Happy Thursday, everyone. Today I just kind of wanted to cover why people in your support group don't really understand or might get tired of hearing you talk about everything you went through with the narcissist. It's simple, but it's also not, in my opinion. Number one, they weren't in that relationship. You were. Number two, they didn't have to sit there and take the verbal jabs that you did. They didn't have to put up with the insults, the control. They didn't have to put up with the mind games and manipulation and gaslighting and all the verbal, mental, whatever kind of attack on you that you did. Another reason is because, it's just they're not educated in narcissistic relationships. And sadly, a lot of people aren't. Therapists, counselors, you name it, they're just not educated. So a mix between of not being educated and not having to have gone through it themselves, it gets to the point of you just talking to a wall. And that's why a lot of people start to feel alone, especially, when you're an empath. When you weren't the narcissist, you weren't the one who did all those hurtful things that either caused them to finally discard you because they got a new supply, or you discarded them. Now, if you discard them, in my opinion, the pain is going to be less. So, you're in there, you're at the forefront of it all, taking the insults, being told what to do and when to do it, how to do it, why to do it, being told you don't do this enough or that enough, spending all your money on somebody else, them going out and cheating on you, them hiding people from you. I mean, if you're educated enough in narcissistic relationships, you know where I'm going with this. So, talking to a counselor is good. Talking to family and friends is good. But eventually they It's like they tune out because they've heard everything you gotta say. They've heard everything that you experienced. But they got no answers for you. But also keep in mind, you don't have all the answers either. You might have started to learn about narcissistic personality, but even after a discard, they're still doing things that have your head running in circles, making you question things. You're scratching your forehead, it's just. So they're not going to get it. Because realistically, the key thing to keep in mind is, unless you've went through it, unless you have the education, not education, but you've learned about a lot of it. You've learned a lot of it, whatever. Nobody's gonna get it. And it's sad because this kind of thing really needs to be noticed more. The chaos it causes at the end of it all is crazy. Like, on this channel, I don't like to say certain things, but people end up consuming too much alcohol too often, things like that, bad habits. They avoid people, they have a hard time making friendships, they have a hard time functioning. They don't even, they've lost themselves completely. And then at the end of it, you've lost yourself and you're like, what the heck? I did all this and for this? And then you're left feeling alone because they've isolated you. They've removed people from your life because they didn't like them. So the people you're talking to about, this happened, that happened, they might love you, they might care for you, but they don't get it. And even if they know something about narcissistic people, they haven't really fully applied that bit of knowledge towards people that did something to them that, it's, oh gee, that's why that person was like this. That they don't grow from it. They don't use the knowledge to unlock the other door and get to the other side. I mean, it's not fun, but you gotta get it. Like, you gotta understand they don't fully get it. They still care about you, they still love you, but yeah. And that's why you can see a narcissist move on so easily. Because they didn't take responsibility for anything they did. Anything. Their feelings for you weren't as strong as your feelings for them. They make it look like it, but they weren't. You did everything you could. They did the odd thing here and there, but a lot of the time they were doing everything they could to sabotage it and sabotage you. And then you're left at the end of it all, picking up the pieces of this shattered time. It's like those little sand timers, you know, you flip it over and the sand slowly falls into the other section, and the narcissist just came along and smashed that just before it was about to all go into the other section. And then they walk away, and you're trying to scrape up all these little tiny pieces, put them back in there to try and fix things, fix it. And you're doing really good. You're spending a lot of time cleaning up the mess. And out of nowhere, they come running from the side and kick your hands, and that sand just goes poof. And it's everywhere, all over again. And then you're left to do that, cleaning up again. There's a lot to it. And like I said, people just won't understand fully unless they've actually been through it and they've actually learned about it. Anyways, that's my rant for today. Sorry I haven't put anything up in a while. I've been pretty busy, but if you guys could please like, share, subscribe, throw me a comment. Tell me what you guys would like to see me cover or talk about. And I hope you guys all have a great day. I hope you all make a list and write down 3 things today that you are happy for. And really focus on that. And then maybe the next day write 3 more things, even if one of them is the same as the day before. Make yourselves a list. Stay positive, stay healthy, stay strong, and stay blessed. Take care, guys.